The height of a person riding a Ferris wheel is given by this gross, terrible equation right here, feet after t seconds. What is the height of a rider after 30 seconds? This is a calculator problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw that into the y equals part of the calculator and then see what happens when t equals 30. So let's do that. All right, let's type this abomination into y equals. So we've got negative 38.101. Ooh, my favorite amount of Dalmatians. Cosine, parentheses automatically pops up, 0.371. T is x, x is t, all the same thing. Close those parentheses, plus 42.576. All right. If you hit graph, not going to see a whole lot. Okay, and that's because if you look at this equation that we just typed out, amplitude is nearly 40, and our midline is above 40. So we really need to adjust our window to make life easy for us. Now, looking at A, B, and C, the x values, which is the seconds, is going to reach around 30. So let me keep my, well, actually, no. Let me change my x min to 0 because I don't need negatives. And let's change this to 40 to give us a little bit of cushion. All right. Now, if I have an amplitude of around 40 and a midline of around 40, I should probably have my y min at 0 because I really don't need, this is a Ferris wheel problem. You're not going to go below the ground. And let's set you to 90, and that should be pretty decent for me. Hey, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. What is the height of the rider after 30 seconds? Well, there's two ways you can do this. You could do table and scroll all the way down to 30, or you could do second calc value and see what happens when you type in 30, and we get 37.46965, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So we will round that up to 37.470. And we ended up with 37.470 feet. Very good, very good. When will the rider first get to 50 feet in the air? So I'm going to build a second equation and find out where 50 and this gross line intersects. Part 2 is going to be us finding when we hit 50 feet. So I'm going to go to y equals, I'm going to go to 50, hit graph again, and we can see several spots where this hits 50 feet. Now, we care about the first time that this hits 50 feet, which is going to be that guy right there. So we care about where these two lines intersect. So let's go to second, trace, takes us to calc, go down to intersect, or just hit 5, and scroll all the way to the left until you go to just the left of your intersection point, like so. Go just to the right of your intersection point, keep things nice and close. For guess, hit enter, and then you get an intersection at the seconds of 4.7625. So we'll go back, round that appropriately, and come up with our answer. And that happens 4.762 seconds. What is the average rate of change from the 11th second to the 23rd second? Well, that's going to be the average rate of change formula, which is f of 23 minus f of 11 over 23 minus 11. So this is going to require us going back and forth looking at a table in our calculator. But let's go ahead and do that and see what we get. All right, this last part is going to involve me building our average rate of change formula. We first need f of 23. So you go to second, table, scroll down to 23, find out that that's 66.505. So let's quit out, make our numerator by making a parentheses first, 66.505. 505 minus. Now let's go back to our table and find out what happens at 11, and that is 65.066. So let's quit out of that again. Okay, go back here, 65.066. Close that parentheses, hit divided by, and then we're going to do 23 minus 11 down here. Don't forget your parentheses. 23 minus 11, close that parentheses, and that ends up being 0.1199. So we're going to round that up once we get back to our original slides, and that'll be that. All right, so f of 23 ended up being 66.505 minus f of 11 ended up being 65.066. That was all over 23 minus 11. And then when we did the math, we ended up with a very small number, 0.1199 or 120. And that was feet per second. And that's because the difference between the heights at those moments was barely anything. So, yeah, that's that. And by the way, that completes Unit 3. So I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I hope this helps. Good luck on your tests. I love you. And don't forget to like and subscribe and patronize and all that good stuff. So thank you for watching.